Let's show Michelle and Coach some love. Now, the thing I like about listening to whoever's sitting next to me before the show, as well as listening to the conversations around me, because I am picking it up. I'm Italian and Hispanic, so we listen to what everybody says. So, Michelle, I heard that you love human contact. You love to be hugged, love to be held tight. So, what is it about hugs that make you uncomfortable?
I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. I've just like never liked to be like close with people and like hug and stuff. No.
Does your family hug?
No, like they know this about me. Like we like told my grandparents and aunts and uncles like not to give me hugs like at family functions.
Do they hug each other but not you?
Yes.
So everybody hugs each other.
Yeah.
And they leave you alone.
Yeah.
Why don't you like hugs? Did somebody try to like suffocate you before? Did somebody have bad breath? Like,
no, like I don't know. Like they're trying to figure it out, but like I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Erynn, what do you think it is? Let's get to the bottom of it.
I know.
You know, I don't know why Michelle doesn't like hugs. I'll tell you this much. I met Michelle's grandmother last weekend, or last Friday at her NLI signing day, and her grandmother gave me a hug. So it's only Michelle.
You want to know why?
It's very normal. Michelle's the weird one.
That's very
But
true.
you want to know why her grandmother gave you a hug? Because she's been wanting to hug her granddaughter for years.
I know.
And she needs to hug somebody.
Yeah.
So she that love.
She knows that Michelle can't say no to my hug. So it's a Michelle adjacent hug.
Michelle, who hugs you the most? Is it Coach?
Probably at this point, yeah.
Okay.
It's the role I play now.
Now, Coach, part of the thing, in all seriousness, is getting comfortable being uncomfortable.
All the time.
So how do you coach that way?
I think I've actually said those words out loud to the kids since day one. I don't know. I think I've just never, I don't get embarrassed. And I try to lead by that example. And I allow them to swear, which helps.
Yeah.
And I force them to communicate their issues in the entire group in order to kind of solve problems faster.
So if you know there's an issue going on between two of the players, you make them do it in front of everybody? Like figure it out?
For the most part. I mean, we've had those. This group, we haven't really had that with. These guys are pretty comfortable with each other. But yeah, in the past for sure. If there's two girls on the field, we just make them fight it out in front of everybody, and then we can just move on.
And do you feel like that works? That it's not something behind closed doors where these two people are maybe arguing, but that it's in front of the family, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, because I think it exemplifies problem solving. If you can fight it out and solve it in front of a crowd, then you're going to do it a little bit faster because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You're going to move on a little bit faster.
Very true. Michelle, do you like Coach's perspective of get it out in the open?
Yeah, absolutely. Like just getting right to the case of it and handling it right in front of people like helps it. So no one's talking behind each other's backs. It's right there in the open. Everyone knows what's going on, and it can be taken care of right then.
The coach said that this team has been good. This team has had a lot of, a closeness, maybe a better knit group. Do you agree? And if you do, why?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's because the seniors are really close with each other, and then there's a kind of a gap, and then it gets really young. So I think the two groups kind of are able to have an older sister, younger sister kind of relationship, which I think really helps the team bond and chemistry a lot.
Being an older sister of this team, how would you describe yourself as a leader?
I would describe myself as a leader, making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing when they need to be doing it. Always doing the right thing when nobody's watching is another big thing. I think that really benefits a team setting.
So doing the right thing when nobody's watching, that's a thankless job, right? Because if you do the right thing, there's nobody there to say, hey, good job, pat you on the back. Have you always been somebody that doesn't mind doing the right thing behind closed doors, or did you have to learn that?
No, that is me. I've always been that way since I can remember. I'm still the one that stops at a stop sign when nobody's around.
Can we just, everyone's supposed to stop at stop signs whether or not people are around. You know me, I stop at stop signs when no one's around.
I don't steal money when it's sitting on the table.
When I see that there's money on the register in the tip jar, I don't take it. when there's a baby eating candy and nobody's around, I don't take. Yeah, I like that. I love that. I stop at stop signs even when no one's around. Good for you. I'm proud of you.
Slap that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I love that. Now, are there people on the team that don't stop at stop signs?
All of them.
All of them.
Okay, other than Morgan.
Oh boy.
So everybody's agreed that Morgan is a good driver.
Yeah.
Is anybody else a good driver on the team?
No, I am a pretty safe driver. Like,
Okay.
they call me the grandma driver, but yeah.
Okay, Coach Erynn, let me ask you this. You got a substantial amount of young ladies on this team. Does it concern you that most of them have ratted each other out that there are no good drivers?
Yes. In my day-to-day job, I don't sit in a classroom all day and teach. I actually do move around a lot. And if I have to be behind terrible slow drivers,
Which I was today. Yeah.
or well, we would have an issue. Or little kiddos that don't stop at stop signs, we're gonna have issues. Not Michelle.
Michelle stops at stop signs.
Michelle does stop
I
at
did it
signs.
on my driver's test.
Well, that's a whole. I think we're getting into some New York State legal territory here. I am a very safe driver.
Yes.
I follow the rules.
I am too. There's somebody today on the highway, though, in Pennsylvania that was going 40 in the middle lane on the highway. And I take issue to that. Like, I find that offensive. Like, if you're going to sleep, then pull over. And I did see somebody, this is great, this is out in Camillus years and years ago. I went to a light. I'm still concerned about this person. And there was somebody reading a book. I've seen someone reading a book while they were driving. Then there was a guy who was literally full-on sleeping at the light with the head back and not even looking, looked like he had completely gone out at the light.
Yeah, I can't say the words out loud that I do say when I see those people.
Well, you allow the team to
I do.
have their thoughts,
Yep.
and you have your thoughts.
I have thoughts. Some of them are in my head.
How
Some
would-
of them will stay in my car.
How would you describe this year's team in 3 words?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh man. Assertive,
Okay.
dynamic, young.
Fair enough. Michelle, give me 3 different words.
Energetic, loud, and fun.
Energetic, loud, and fun. Right? I like
Nicely
it.
done. Nicely
So,
done.
Coach, I asked your seniors to tell me something good about you, but I would love for you to shout out your assistants and tell me something good about them as we see them through the screen.
Oh, they're
They're here. This is what I would liken to
Hi, buddies.
when I'm broadcasting. That's what a producer looks like. So this is the producer window. So looking through this window, tell me about your assistants. By name. Shout them out by name.
Yeah. So, Coach Andrea Flood, who's been around since I started this thing. I don't know, Andrea, 4 years ago, I think. I don't know when it was now, but we have a great relationship. I think we have a great coaching relationship. We have a pretty similar sense of humor. She's a little bit drier than me, but we laugh at the same stuff.
Yeah.
She's also kind of a yin to my yang. She's from a lacrosse standpoint, a defensively minded
Yeah.
lady who has had experience at the Division I level.
Yeah.
I'm an offensively minded person at the Division III level. So we have a pretty good back and forth there. And then newcomer to the varsity team, but kind of who has actually been in the program longer than us, Coach Sarah Hart, who has been with JV, I believe, since she started coaching Liverpool. Right, Sarah? Only JV though, right? Yeah. Have been trying to get her up to varsity for the last couple of years. COVID kind of slowed some things down logistically, but we were finally able to get her up. And she has a loud voice, and as you can tell, mine is kind of ebbing and flowing as we speak right now. But she's also an offensively minded gal from West Jenny. Played Division III student at Rockport College, so we have very similar experience from college. She's younger than you though, so better experience. And we all get along really great. And we all have pretty much, I think we do have similar personalities. We all love our girls. We all love making fun of them too, so
Fair
it's a good
enough.
time.
Who do you think, and you being one of the players on this team after hearing Coach say that, Michelle, who do you think is better when it's head-to-head coaches versus players, and you're giving it back to each other and just seeing, because my best friend Evan and I, we do this all the time, and I don't stop until I win. So who's better, in all honesty, when the coaches give it to you and you give it back to them? If it's a riff-off, right, we're joking back and forth, who's going to win, players or coaches?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
That's an easy answer. 100% easy
All right,
answer.
I'll give it to Coach because she's next to me.
Coach, because she's next to you. All
I
right.
don't know, Maggie can be pretty scary.
Maggie doesn't. Maggie scares Maggie.
All right, Michelle, tell me something good about Coach. The rest of the seniors did. I want to hear from you.
I really like that Coach always has your back and she's always.
Everybody says that. I do.
No, it's true. And then she believes in all of her players. I've had coaches that don't, and they're very upfront about that. But Coach is not like that. And she's always behind you. And when you're doing good, she'll tell you you're doing good. And when you're doing bad, she'll tell you you're doing bad.
The honesty.
Yes.
Coach, we've had all of your 5 seniors talk about you. Do you want to say anything about the senior group this year?
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, Dan. You know how passionate I am about my seniors.
Yeah.
This is fun because none of these girls were on my varsity team my first year, so we've actually had the opportunity to recruit them more or less and watch them grow through the program. They are all really close. They're very fun. They're all very different. They all have very different roles on the team. They all have the ability to be solid leaders, and they all have the ability to drive me nuts. But I think we're probably the most comfortable with this group of seniors because we've known them the longest. And like Michelle kind of said earlier, we have them, and then we have a big gap between them and our underclassmen who will be on the team for another 4 or 5 years, some of them. So they're doing a really good job of setting that up for them.
Yeah, and I love that this youth is getting the experience with the leadership to see what it looks like. So, the final piece, rapid fire. Coach, you know all about this. Michelle, we get to run through this together. I'm going to ask you first. All right, Michelle. So, we know you're not a hugger. So, that was funny. So, we know you're not a hugger. How much would somebody have to pay you for you to get comfortable hugging?
$50.
That's nothing.
No, for a hug.
Per hug.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like some Comic-Con stuff. If you take a picture or sign an autograph, it's like 50 per. So for hugs, $50.
Yes.
Okay, I like it. What's your first one for me? $50 hug. I'm never going to forget that, Michelle. $50 hugs.
Would you rather win a gold medal at the Olympics or win the Super Bowl?
Oh, gosh darn it.
Yes, as a Jags fan, tell us about that Super Bowl dream of yours.
All of my teams have won championships, really, except for Jacksonville. So would I rather win a Super Bowl or have a gold medal? You know what? I got to go with, I don't think, when you said gold medal, I was like, whatever Michelle says second, I don't think I can choose it because representing my country with a gold medal and being able to stand there with the world and say, we are at the top, I would have to choose that. I'd have to choose that.
What sport, though?
Probably basketball. Basketball or soccer. I should have played soccer. You know, because I'm 5'8" and I can shoot. So basketball was not going to go D1. But soccer at 5'8", doesn't matter. You can do whatever I want. So, all right, Coach.
I'm asking you?
I'll ask you first.
All right.
All right. I got to think here. I wish the assistants and I had a conversation before this.
Open book, guys.
All right, so, okay, this will be my question. If your assistants had to describe your personality, what do you think they would say and why?
Personality, I mean, aggressive, maybe? Never shuts up. I was trying to come up with like a word, but yeah, I don't stop talking. I've never ever said that I was going to shut up ever.
Talkative, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Talk until I
You talk until you're
tire
done.
myself out, honestly.
Yeah, you talk until you're done.
Talk until I'm done, yes.
Not until they're done, until you're done.
Yeah, I don't care. That's part of the job of being a coach, though. You talk until you're done.
Yeah.
eventually, you've covered at least one thing that everybody can pick up. If not, then they're stupid. We have some pretty smart kids, so far we're successful.
Fair enough. What's your question for me?
Who do you think? How do I be polite here? All right, I'll go basic. What concerts are you looking forward to going to this year, man?
What concerts am I looking forward to going to? I don't have any on the docket, but if I had to choose, I want to see some country stuff. If you want to do that, I would like to see Drake. I'd like to see Drake. I'd like to see. I've seen Johnny, but I'd probably say Drake, Boys to Men, because I grew up on that. And I would like to see. That made me feel like I'm 100.
Yes.
Boys to Men. My mom likes Boys to Men. Like, great. I'm happy. You know what? That means your mom has great taste. Yeah. But I would say, I don't know. I would say Boys to Men. I would say Drake, and I want to pick somebody else. So, who else would I go to see? Oh, this is tough. Who would I go see? You know what? If they could bring Bad Boy Records back, I would go see Diddy and Mace on tour together. Because Mace is one of my favorites of all time.
But, yeah, it takes it back to college.
Yeah. And I have a friend, well, not anymore. I had a friend who said Mace was the worst rapper of all time, and we haven't really spoken since then.
That was a good decision you made, Dan.
I know, because I don't stick around people who aren't intelligent. I need to be around smart people in the room, and you can't bring me down, and they brought me down.
Absolutely.
All right, Michelle. My last one for you. You're going to ask me a music question, so I'll ask you this. Actually, you know what? Let's get away from music. I want to ask you the question that everybody's been asking me. There's a war going on in Ukraine, but everybody's asking me this question. What do you think about Will Smith and Chris Rock? Because everybody needed to ask me that question, and I've been answering that question for like 4 weeks. I'm like, people are dying in Ukraine. They attacked, a place that had babies and whatnot, and they were like, yeah, but what do you think about Will Smith? Was it real? Yeah, it was real. Did you see Chris Rock's face? So what are your thoughts on Will Smith? And I think he should have been banned for life, by the way, not for 10 years. And I liked Will Smith, and I don't like him as a human being anymore.
In my opinion, I don't think either of them were in the right. He made fun of his wife.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have done that, but he also shouldn't have slapped him and made a scene out of it.
Right.
So I don't think either of them should have done either what they did. I get he's a comedian and that's what they do, but like.
But you don't make fun of a disease. I get that.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. What's your last one for me?
Do you know the wheels and doors debate?
Wheels and doors? No, I don't.
Okay, so it was like all over TikTok. So it was, Are there more doors in the world or more wheels in the world?
Are you talking about cars?
Anything, like just in general.
In general, there's more doors because there's doors on cars and houses and all these other places. So. Okay.
Wheels.
What? Cars have 4 wheels, but they have 4 doors. Yeah, but then if cars have 2 doors, then there's doors on houses and there's doors on apartments and there's doors on restaurants.
But behind every door, there's probably like 5 wheels per chair.
Oh, you're talking about any type of wheel. I'm thinking about car wheels.
That's why it's a big debate, because nobody knows.
Oh, well then maybe it is wheels.
It's wheels. I think it's wheels.
Maybe it is wheels.
Yeah, look it up later. There's a whole debate.
Because in my studio, then wheel. Yeah, okay. All right, I get it. Because I have 5 wheels and then I have not so many doors. Okay, makes sense. I thought you were talking about cars. Okay. All right. Wow, these questions get me, Coach. All right, Coach. My final question for you.
Please ask me about TikTok because.
You want to talk about TikTok?
I hate TikTok.
Okay. I have a TikTok and I barely use it, but I do have one.
Well, I follow workout videos and cooking videos. That's it. I don't actually TikTok. Still an account. I see your dumb videos all the time and I get them bigger.
Okay, so let me ask you this about if you could start an app, a social media app, what would you want it to be about and why?
I would honestly, I don't know exactly how I would do it. I don't know what the algorithm would be, but I for sure would want an app for young girls
Okay.
ages 12 to probably 22. To teach, like, have some sort of directed language to use in a situation where they have to communicate effectively to get out of that situation. So, like, a good communication, like a translator for situations.
Yeah.
So the young women can be a little bit more confident in how they defend themselves and not feel so flippant and awkward every time they're in a situation where they have to be
Okay.
communicative.
I like that. I like that.
A problem-solving app.
A problem-solving app. I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
Communication skills.
Good stuff. What's your last one for me?
So, who do you think is going to be playing against Josh Allen in the Super Bowl this year?
I love how you put Buffalo in there.
Go Bill.
You know who's not going to be playing Josh Allen? And I'm going to say it right now, and I have not said this on my show, so this is the first time it's going to be heard.
Tom Brady.
The person who is not going to play Josh Allen this Super Bowl is Tom Brady.
Absolutely.
The Bucks are not going back.
God bless.
So who's going to be playing? Not the Green Bay Packers, because I liked Aaron Rodgers, but that man's a diva. So my friend is now the head coach of the Broncos, Nate
Broncos
Hackett.
have a shot.
Yeah, Nate is a friend of mine of the last 10 years. Love Nate. So I would say, oh man, the AFC West has the best division. So it's not going to be so we're saying Bills, so I got to go to the NFC.
Yep.
So who's going to play the Bills? If the Bills are in the Super Bowl, they're going to play, I want to say the Rams.
I know.
I'm going to put the Rams back there.
I'm feeling the Rams also.
I think it's going to be the Rams again.
Yeah.
Rams and the Bills.
Yeah.
However, I hope that the Bills get it done. Because Von Miller saying, screw Los Angeles, I just want a Super Bowl. I don't want palm trees. I want -12, snow. I want Buffalo. Like when Von Miller said, I want to leave here where I can win another one, and I want to go win one with Josh Allen, good for them. And that's saying something about the Bills. And you know what? And somebody asked me today, what do I think about the Bills getting this running back or that running back? I said that the Bills would take any running back at this point. Singletary and Zach Moss, it's not working out.
I agree.
So they do need a running back. I have some ideas. Those have been aired on the show. There's some guys that I interviewed this season that I like. So we'll see what happens. But with that being said, head coach Erynn Anderson, Michelle Sacco, myself, Dan Tortora, here with you, Liverpool Warriors, girls across. Can we give a round of applause one more time for these ladies as we show them some love here? We appreciate them. And we look forward to being here at Avicolli's, corner of Route 57 and Wetzel Road in Liverpool. We'll talk with you all soon. Be safe. And of course, as always, God bless. No stress. Do your best. And go.